on, guys? EpicFilmCritics here, and welcome to another film review, which we haven't done in a while, so we're just going to do one for you guys. Today we're going to do a film review of an awesome movie called What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Sure, some of you have probably seen it. If not, then you probably should go watch it. But we're just going to hopefully quickly read through the plot. It's a fairly... what's the right word? It's like a fairly intense plot, so I'll try my best to read through it quick, but there's a lot that goes on, so just kind of stay with me. If you don't really care about the plot, you don't want to be spoiled by anything, just skip till maybe 3 minutes left in the video or something. But yeah, it's the plot. So by the way, it's directed by Lasse Hallström, and it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it, Johnny Depp or whatever. So yeah. So this film starts in the small town of Endora, Iowa. Gilbert Grape is busy caring for his mentally challenged brother Arnie as they wait for the many tourist trailers to pass through town during their yearly camp ritual at a nearby recreational area. His mother Bonnie is morbidly obese after years of depression following her husband's suicide by hanging himself. She hasn't left the house in years and is always found sitting on the sofa watching TV. With Bonnie unable to care for them by herself, Gilbert is taking responsibility for repairing their shanty of a farmhouse while looking after Arnie, who has a habit of climbing up the town water tower if left unsupervised for too long. All the while, his older sister Amy and the younger sister Ellen slave away in the kitchen. The relationship between the brothers is one of care and protection. Gilbert has taken on a secret love affair with a housewife Betty, while her busy husband Ken is fully intent on selling Gilbert insurance for his family. However, throughout the film, Gilbert is confused his enthusiasm as his subtle way of hinting he knew about Gilbert's affair with Betty. A new chain supermarket has opened, threatening the small Lamson's grocery store where Gilbert works, as well as threatening all the other small-time businesses in Endora. The chain supermarket stocks all kinds of goods, rendering many of the local shops redundant. That's not really that important. While the family prepares for Arnie's upcoming 18th birthday, a young woman named Becky and her grandmother are stuck in town when their truck towing their trailer breaks down. Gilbert's unusual life circumstances threaten to get in the way of their budding romance. In order to spend time with Becky watching the sunset, Gilbert leaves Arnie alone in the bathtub by himself, believing he is now old enough to get out on his own. He returns home late and wakes up the following morning to find Arnie still in the bath, shivering in the cold water. He puts a towel around him, but Gilbert still gets the blame for leaving him. Gilbert's guilt is compounded by his family's anger. As a result, Arnie refuses to get near water, including the pond by Becky's trailer, and his fear causes him to become extremely dirty, adding to the many problems Gilbert faces. Betty's affair with Gilbert ends when she becomes possessive of him and tries to have sex with him while he's on the phone with her husband as he goes to see him. Betty believes that he's going to see Becky. She warns him not to go, but he leaves, and Betty is left distraught and ignores the oven timer that has gone off. As Gilbert is talking to Ken, Betty calls and wants Ken to come home immediately. Gilbert takes Ken back home to find smoke coming out of his house and Betty sitting on the steps. Ken goes inside to get his sons, and out of the smoke is from the cookies that she forgot to take out of the oven. Betty talks with Gilbert and says that she could have had anyone, but she chose him. As Gilbert leaves, Ken loses it as he tries to cheer his sons up. That night, Ken drowns after suffering a cardiac arrest and landing face down in his son's, it's like a kiddie pool. Many of the townspeople believe Betty killed her husband, despite the insistence of Gilbert's friend Bobby McBurney, one of the town's coroners who examined him. Besides Bobby, Gilbert is the only one who believed Betty did not commit the murder. She eventually leaves town in search of a new life. Becky bonds with Gilbert and Arnie and helps Gilbert reflect on his feelings. They become deeply involved in conversation until Gilbert realizes that Arnie is missing. He has returned to the water tower he is forever trying to climb, and this time has succeeded at getting to the top. Arnie's arrested, compelling Bonnie, who has not left the house in 7 years, to rush to the police station to demand his release, causing her appearance to be ridiculed by the townspeople. She's like the town joke because she's 700 pounds, and so basically all the kids just make fun of her and shit. The day before Arnie's birthday, Gilbert tries to get him to take a bath so he can be clean for his birthday. As Gilbert is chasing Arnie through the house, he accidentally bumps into Amy, who drops his cake on the floor. Gilbert then goes to the new supermarket to pick up a cake, and as he is leaving, his boss sees him exit. Not really that important. When he returns home, he wait, what? Arnie wonders what is in the big box that Gilbert had left in the fridge. He finds the birthday cake and gets caught eating it, which Gilbert told him not to touch. Gilbert orders Arnie to take a bath as punishment, and Arnie resists when Gilbert tries to force him. Losing his temper, Gilbert strikes Arnie hard, making him bleed. Appalled at himself and angry at his life in general, Gilbert drives away, leaving Endora. Arnie leaves the house to find Becky, who takes care of him. Gilbert returns to town and sees Arnie with Becky, who is able to get him to the lake because he wouldn't swim before. Arnie falls from a branch in a tree and goes into the lake, thus helping him overcome his fear of water. After Amy and Ellen come to Becky's and take Arnie home, Gilbert approaches Becky, and the two talk about his own frustration and the reality of his father's death. The next day, he returns home during Arnie's birthday party to apologize. Following Arnie's 18th birthday and meeting Becky for the first time, Bonnie climbs the stairs to her bedroom for the first time in years. That evening, she passes away in her bed. Arnie tries to wake her, thinking that she is just playing. He soon realizes what has happened, runs out of the house, and begins to hurt himself. As his sisters try to stop him, they realize that Bonnie has died. Jerry, the local sheriff, and his deputies tell the Grape family that they would need more men to get Bonnie's heavy corpse out of the house. Yeah, because she's like literally huge. After the police leave, Gilbert and the sisters soon cry over losing her. The siblings realize that her removal would draw a gawking crowd and want to protect their mother from being a spectacle. They empty the house except for their mother's body. Then Gilbert sets the house on fire, not willing to see a crane remove her, and the inevitable ridicule to ensue. Because he literally says in the movie, like, they're like gonna need like a crane to get her out. Because she's literally like 700 pounds. 1 year later, Gilbert and Arnie are looking out again to watch the trailers pass. Through voiceover, Gilbert tells of Amy getting a job offer to manage a bakery in Des Moines, and Ellen being thrilled to switch schools. Arnie chases the vehicles, arms failing, except excited to see Becky again, along with Becky and her grandma. Gilbert and Arnie hit the road. So basically, the movie just ends off. You assume that they leave and they live like happily ever after and that kind of shit. So that's basically the plot of it. That actually wasn't as long as I thought. We're only like 7 minutes and 10 seconds of the video. Not bad. So Birdie, what did you think of this movie when you saw it?
It was a pretty awesome movie. First time I seen it. Really good acting in it.
Yeah.
By, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, this was actually one of Leonardo DiCaprio's like first movies, and definitely the first movie that was like really, really popular that he was in. And it's amazing because he has to play like a mentally challenged kid, and like my mom was telling me like when it came out that like everyone thought he was actually mentally challenged until because like he won Best Supporting Actor, I'm pretty sure, for that. So she said that when they watched the awards, she was almost stunned that he wasn't actually mentally challenged. So like the acting was like phenomenal. Or whatever. So like, he did that really, really well, especially for his age, because that was like, if you look at the Titanic, he's really, really young in that. He's like 20 or something, like 21, and the Titanic is like 5 or 6 years like after this movie came out. So like he's really, really young in it. So for his acting to be that good is crazy. So yeah, the acting's awesome. Johnny Depp's pretty good in it. Who else is like popular? There's a few people in that movie that are pretty well known. Like the girl that he has like a love interest with is pretty well known. I can't oh, her name's. By the way, this is the case for it. That's because I own it. Obviously, it's awesome. What's her name? Juliette Lewis. I've heard that name before. She's in quite a few movies. I just couldn't think of her name off the top of my head. But yeah, it's pretty good acting like overall though. Plot's good. Yeah, it's overall like pretty good movie. Like, what would you give out of 10 for it?
10.
Yeah.
Probably 9.
Oh yeah, I give it a 9 too. I mean, it's a really like compelling story because you like to hear like just about like the backstory of everyone and that kind of stuff. So it's pretty good movie. So we give it a 9, guys. We do recommend that you see it because it's an awesome movie. We think you really enjoy it. Bless you.
Thank you.
That was silent. That was awesome. But we really, really do recommend it to you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's been Epic Film Critics. Peace out, guys.
See you.